Fugitive Low Taek Jho says he doesn't believe there is any wrongdoing in a new report by Al Jazeera based on a series of telephone conversations he had with the former Pakatan Harapan administration. Al Jazeera reports that Low suggested that he merely borrowed the billions from 1MDB to buy himself, among other things, luxury real estate, art, a private jet and mega yacht, and millions in crystal as he hobnobbed with the likes of Paris Hilton and Miranda Kerr. Low says that he feels it is now time to repatriate these assets in return for cooperating and moving on with life without the threat of prosecution. In the conversations, Low betrays his fellow conspirators and does so with his sense of entitlement and lack of remorse on full display. Al Jazeera claims the conversations took place in the weeks and months after PH's landslide victory that toppled ex-PM Datuk Sri Najib Razak's government. Low also puts the blame squarely on Najib and also revealed that his wife, Datuk Sri Rosmah Mansor, funded her purchase of jewellery worth over $500 million with monies from 1MDB. F2V Holdings says it has still yet to receive any official notice from the Federal Land Development Authority on the termination of the land lease agreement. Group CEO Datuk Haris Fadzila Hassan says it has written to Felda and that for now things remain status quo, adding that any further development will be announced through a joint statement. Post LLA, Haris says the group will focus on its core business, namely plantation, logistics and sugar, and highlighted that FGV has two new segments, namely integrated farming and FMCG, to beef up its revenue stream going forward. FGV returned to the black for the third quarter, posting a net profit of 136.9 million versus a net loss of 262.4 million a year earlier, thanks to higher CPO prices and lower losses in its sugar segment. Revenue for the quarter rose by 12.4% to 3.99 billion ringgit. For the first half of next year, FGV is expecting CPO to trade between 2,005 and 2,600 per metric ton. Petronas Dagangan saw its third quarter net profit drop 11% year-on-year to 212.7 million due to lower contribution from mogas and diesel, as well as lower sales volumes. On the bright side, this was offset somewhat by overall lower operating expenses. Hence, revenue plunged 38% to 4.8 billion from the 7.8 billion posted the year before, as average selling prices dropped by 16%. It still declared an interim dividend of 11 cents per share. As for its prospects, PetDag says its performance for the remainder of the year is expected to be impacted by the resurgence of COVID-19 cases and its containment measures. The conditional MCO is expected to have an impact on its retail segment, and as such, PetDag has since launched its Makan at Mesra Eatery Corner located within its Kedai Mesra. It has also expanded its Settle app features to include in-vehicle delivery while refueling. MISC saw its third quarter net profit slip 2.9% to 258.3 million on lower revenue from liquefied natural gas and petroleum shipping, while income from offshore oil and gas support services also fell. Revenue for the quarter fell to 2.06 billion from 2.15 billion. Despite the softer numbers, MISC still declared a dividend of 7 cents per share. Looking ahead, the group says it will continue to focus on completing ongoing projects, optimizing operating expenditure, and pursuing growth prospects. MISC also pointed out that it remains vigilant against the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic while implementing new normal procedures such as social distancing, staggered work hours, and virtual meetings, among others. Primeworks Studio former CEO Dato' Ahmad Izam Omar has been appointed the Walt Disney Company Southeast Asia's Executive Director of Content and Creative for its Disney Plus streaming service with immediate effect. Media Prima owned PWS is Malaysia's largest content production company. Last month, Media Prima announced that Izam would be leaving the group on November 13 to pursue new challenges. According to Variety, Izam would be based in Singapore and report to Amit Malhotra, regional lead in emerging markets at the Walt Disney Company Asia Pacific. Izam's scope of duties would include developing and producing original programming, as well as acquiring content and oversee the production of surround content for major sports and general entertainment programs. Within Southeast Asia, the Mouse House has only launched Disney Plus in Indonesia, with no timeline given for a regional rollout.